YouTube! What the crap is going on? Heir of Carthage here, back in Total War Attila. And we are going to continue the East Rome campaign. And when we last left off, we had beaten back a stack of Huns.
How can I serve the people
moved
of
forward,
Rome?
and we are ready to continue to cause them grief.
You
There's
have
more of them
selected
inbound.
a character belonging to an...
I've selected a shut your face. Ho! How about that, Mr. Porthole Announcer?
I will do... Champions are
Seriously
heroic.
though, shut up. Alright, let's see. Hang on, where do we go to the... There we go, these options. Game settings. Campaign advice. Let's not have any, please. Thank you. Alright. So. Got this champion. He needs to get over here in this army. We're going to be having some nice income at the moment. There's a few things that I want to consider. Got nothing against where we're at religion-wise, but I'm curious, just because I've never done it yet, what happens if we convert to paganism? Just makes me curious, and I don't even remember where to do it. Summary, yeah, here's where it is. Cannot change religion. Not enough of your population follows this religion. So we can't convert until we have enough of us that follow it. Interesting. So right now we're mostly converting to Greek Christian. Traits, Greek Christian. Research rate 5 for civic developments. Christian support. Christian following. I would be curious to see what happens. So if it gets up to 35%, we might try and switch. Right now, other is growing. So, Latin Christians doing a little bit of growing. Let's see. Arian Christians doing a little bit of growing. Zoroastrianism is... says it's growing here, but it's not. And then minor religions going down as well. So interesting. We'll keep an eye on that and just kind of see if that becomes a possibility, just to see how it changes the campaign. To me, it seems like it may be something interesting just to try. It's kind of like when you're playing a Shogun 2 campaign and you convert to Christianity, just to like kind of, you know, go for the lulz and go against the grain there. It's quite a bit of fun, actually. Some of y'all want me to improve these gold mines. It's going to give me a lot of minus to public order, but Thracia can handle quite a bit of minus to public order right now. Sanitation far outweighs the other. What do we got here? So this one gives us 1,200 plus 5 to tariffs. And that one's just 1,200. I guess we could always try and convert it over. Not really sure what we should do exactly, though. So, let's see. We have to have gemstones, actually, to make that, and that's what that was. And we don't have access to gemstones at the moment. Not particularly concerned. Let's take a look at our building browser just to kind of see what we want to do next. Food situation's looking good for us. My big worry, though, is that as the campaign goes on, my ability to have more food's going to go down. We'll have to build more fishing jetties to make up for it. Yeah, we'll have to build quite a few fishing jetties, actually. Maybe we'll just have a couple of military jetties later on, and that'll help us make up for some of the food lost. The situation... Someone said that I could see fertility of a region up here as well. Where is it at? I'm trying to remember... Ah, fertility. +3. No, that's happiness. Oh, average fertility, so it's 3, yeah. So Asia's got average. It would probably be fine for some fields again for now, and if we have to switch it to a cattle farm later, that would be fine. Let's check out these. So sewers, cloaca here, huh? Wow, +12 sanitation, 6 to all regions, and 13 growth. And then an aqueduct network. 16 to all regions with a +4 public order boost. That's impressive. Definitely some impressive boosts from either. I think that the aqueduct would be fine. How good are we on sanitation right now, though? Not bad. 2 there. So it's not too bad, but it may not hurt to go ahead and just get ready to grow it. Some people are saying latrines are the best. They're certainly not bad if you're looking for some extra growth as well. But I like this extra boost to all regions going this way, and then we get a public order boost in the end as well. And growth is fine, but if we're in the campaign for the long run, we'll be quite alright. So 3 fertility here again as well. Just go ahead and crank out a few more of these farms. We don't have a ton of money left, and we're finishing training in a few troops. This army is really quite capable at the moment, and we should have access to some even better Roman horsemen as soon as we get to Imperial Transport Service, which is here. But I'm trying to finish this one here, which will be 3 more turns. Not going to worry about provincial governor just yet. We're doing fine without it. Like I said, I don't want to give away free influence to the other faction members. They'll already get a little from being generals, and we don't need to give them any extra. I do want to build a second army, though, and go assist the West Romans in their struggles against all the barbarian factions. So I think I'll start doing that as soon as those new Legio are completed with their training. Start training a second big army and send them into West Roman territory to just start putting down ravenous barbarian stacks. The Huns are going to attack me here with a pretty substantial force. They've got a number of horse archers. But, I mean, I have a pretty good amount of javelins coming off these infantry, and none of these Hun infantry are really well equipped to take down the high health, well shielded Roman infantry. And I've got spears to support the flanks, and a couple of archers as well, so I honestly feel pretty good about my chances here. The AI does have a fair amount of bow cavalry, but with access to defensive formations, we should be quite safe in the end. And we may be able to get ourselves a good battlefield position too against the Huns. Yeah, like I said, I don't think they're going to have an easy time pulling me down. This map is actually quite favorable for them. If they were going to have a chance, this would be the map, because they have so open ground here to work with their horse archers. But I also get a nice little terrain advantage. They're going to have to work their way... Well, actually it looked like it was going to be a big one. This is actually a fairly balanced map here. This kind of looks like cobblestone almost. Alright, not quite though, the mountains... Man, I don't know, this is pretty similar to cobblestone. Not quite, like I said, but man, it sure is similar. Alright. Let's get lined up here. I'm gonna get my Legio kind of all lined up. I'm gonna leave them on fire at will. I'm going to put axe infantry behind to kind of just serve as a second layer in case we need reinforcing. General behind that, of course. And then I'm going to actually put 1 Germanic spear and 1 Comita Tensei's spear on each flank. That gives me javelins plus a unit that's a little more beefy on either flank, and I'll keep them in decent enough ranks as far as their thickness for deploying. Put some scout equites over here. Alright, I'm gonna switch to flaming shot because I expect to have to be shooting at cavalry. And I imagine the bow cav will try and work to my flanks, so I'm gonna stick my archers a little further out to the flanks. Let's go ahead and start this. The music seems a lot louder to me this time, which normally the sound's been too quiet, so I'm just going to check just to make sure it didn't... Oh yeah, it got turned all the way back up. It probably is too loud. I don't know what changed my settings there, I apologize. Everything did seem quite a bit louder, and I don't mind it being a little louder because it's been too quiet recently, but...
In everything that we as a people believe. Good order, honesty, justice, freedom, prosperity.
The enemy has reinforcements.
Would be swept away
Okay.
in an instant by those fiends.
The enemy has reinforcements.
We fight them.
By your command.
Let's move up and see if we can pressure the enemy at all. I actually really do kind of like the music in Attila. It's not like blow me away great, but it's pretty nice. Let's get some sweet scenic battlefield footage here. Got the carrion birds flying, the Roman troops moving up, the Hun hordes gathering in the distance. Definitely looking good, like the snow back there on the peaks in the distance. Very nice setting, very nice. I wonder if that stuff got reset, if some of my graphics settings got reset. Yeah, it's not running where I think it's supposed to be, actually. Well, let's see, max quality, man. Yeah, I think I do have it running where it always runs. Except I might switch these shadows back over to just quality, because that saves you a few frames a second. And I don't think it would hurt to just use the unlimited video memory either. Let's do that. Sorry. Since it had reset my sound, it made me wonder if it had reset other stuff. So we're going to accept the changes. Back and resume. Yeah, you can't really tell a big difference with the shadows, I don't think. And it definitely buys you a few extra frames per second. The Hun army in the distance is actually the slightly larger one. Might kind of move up on this flank of theirs a little bit. If their horse archers come within range of my plumbata darts, it will be a very quick end to these very light Hun horse archers. You can see back here they've got some Germanic mercenary pikes. Some Hunnic spears here. Looks like there's quite a few women in that unit as well. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and run my troops into position. Let's fast forward. The Huns are kind of slowly making their way onto the battlefield. Now, if I move up my bows in front of my infantry, it's sure to cause a YOLO by the AI. Like, absolutely certain. But I would like to get my bows within range. I don't care if the AI horse archers want to fire at my infantry, because I don't think my Romans are going to take any substantial casualties to their horse archers from the front. If they were behind me, quite possibly. We're still just outside of range. Alright, we got Cav approaching over here. Mercenary step raiders, and they are going to get hammered. Yep, so Plumbata incoming here, and that Cav unit is gone. Time to get into a wall because the AI is just going to go full YOLO here. They don't like my archers firing at them, so yeah, they're just going to go full on YOLO. My guys are a little spread thin, so they're going to actually eat it in that charge. I should have had them in a bit tankier formation here. There we go. Yeah, the enemy is definitely going to eat it still, though, in the end. They're going to go... Yeah, they're just going for broke right here in the center. And we're going to give them everything we got. We're going to throw our general and some axes into here as well, just to really pour on the pain. And we're winning easily out on the flanks. Yeah, all this extra pain and skirmish fire in the center is going to quickly erode the Huns. Their heavy cavalry is really not meant for any such type of fight. And the music starts to get crazy just in time. So the Steppe Chieftain should be the target for my archers. Scout Equite should be able to... Okay, enemy general is gone. So we can actually... Let's just focus fire the pikes. The enemy horse archers are kind of firing away, but I'm not too concerned about it. I'm going to hit these spears from behind. Let's watch that. So here comes my mercenary Germanic Cav running a rear charge on all these Hunnic spearmen. And I'm getting hit from behind with bow fire from the Hunnic horse archers. They're very tired. My scout equites might be able to get to charge speed and rout them here. This blob in the center is getting low on morale. They're taking flaming fire from the flanks, and it's taking its toll more so on them than on my Roman infantry. And my defensive lines are definitely holding their ground just fine. My scout equites did catch these Hunnic mounted bows, but they're not doing particularly well in combat just yet. Really want to get that group there in the center routed. They're actually firing away at my axes, which is a pretty good target for the AI, actually. But they're almost out of ammo, and they're going to have to stand and fight. Let's move around here and issue a few different orders. My scout equites got murdered while trying to retreat from the horse archers. That was kind of a weird circumstance. I expected to take some losses, but I don't know how the horse archers were standing their ground in melee. But they were. It's okay, we can just pull them back. Here in the center we got kind of a grind out fight going. Let's kind of retrain my archers a little over here. Let's get our cavalry out here to run some rear charge. The enemy infantry center is going down, routing. I'm gonna hit some of the enemy horse archers. We'll just bypass those pikemen. Show their inflexibility in combat. The high damage of our. Oh come on! I didn't get stuck there. That's garbage. We're gonna smash these enemy troops from behind. Somehow some of those horse archers still have ammo left. That ought to cause a chain rout amongst the Hunnic troops. I don't see them surviving such an attack. My archers are returning fire on their horse archers, so that's gonna be over rather quickly. And then over here, their horse archers are causing relatively insignificant damage to my troops. So that's gonna be the end of the Hunnic horde. Definitely worked out for the better. I'm gonna have to check the sound at the end of this episode, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit off. It shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so we don't really want to ransom them. Could take on warriors, just help myself retrain faster. That's probably what I'll do. That way I can just keep putting pressure on the Huns. There's the third Hun stat coming in.
Can you not find the
Man, the West Romans just keep paying me money to join wars, and I'm happy to do so. And like, I mean, it's just gonna help me build an army and come over and help them. More than happy to participate. I want to get these guys anyway. We're going for Roman supremacy here. And the West Romans have some serious enemies going on. But if they get a few stacks going, even if they're just crappy like full stacks of spears, they can be a danger to these early AI stacks. So we had a scout trying to deceive us. Killed a couple enemies in battle. A young traveler claims to have seen a vision. I don't know what difference that's going to make, but... So yeah, enemy scout after us. I can't remember what the veteran is good at, but I can't move because of the stupid scout. That's honestly a little bit frustrating. Let's use our priest to get up here and try and get at that enemy scout. And I thought I recruited a spy somewhere as well. Let's get into our forces. Yeah, we got a spy right here. Let's bring our spy up this way. This army has one turn to complete the recruitment of their guys here. Let's see. We can recruit more scout equites, But I think we're fine from a cavalry standpoint. We don't need a whole big bunch. The infantry is actually going to be handier to us right now. I'll wait until I can get better cavalry, and then I might get more of it. So our income is definitely going up. Let's go ahead and build the small gold mine. And we'll coincide that with improving these little towns here as well. And that should just make this province wealthier and more stable. And I guess I can go ahead on the next turn and start raising up another army. I don't think it has to be done now. Be curious to see where those... Let's take a look at all of our provinces, just make sure we're losing a little public order in Asia. We should be able to stabilize it. Losing public order at a steady pace here. It's because we have this Silk Road Rest House. It would be good to have like it'd be really nice to have that extra population so we can build something that's going to affect public order better. We can upgrade the town centers on the next couple turns, and that should help stabilize it. Have a town center upgrading here, that'll help. And we've got a Tavernet here. We can improve the reservoir as well. So I'm just trying to get an idea for what we need to clear up. We need to clear it up in Cilicia, sorry. Not Sicilia, Cilicia. We have a couple of buildings we can upgrade there, so we'll need to focus on some of these provinces on the next turn. Good there, fine there. This needs to be a focus point soon too, because we're losing public order here. Same thing at Macedonia. We've got a few provinces where we're losing public order at a steady rate. So we'll need to keep an eye on them and just kind of spend our money accordingly. This character is leveling up relatively quick, which is quite nice. Yeah, the Huns are going to struggle with their early armies to take on the Roman army. Those high health infantry units, for the AI at least, are going to be tricky to kill. They don't really know how to coordinate attacks real well. They do okay. I mean, the battle AI in this game is actually pretty refreshing to me compared to like Shogun 2, where it's very obvious what they'll do. They either
like the caravan of
the
Sassanids
Sassanids ending their non-aggression pact. This could get interesting, folks. So we need to train an army to handle Persia. And if the Sassanids go against me, we could have some serious relation issues, because they have a lot of client states that are going to come at me with stacks as well. We would definitely be well off to not have to deal with the Sassanids right now.
If you truly serve your gods, you will keep a clear mind and think carefully on what I say.
The Gassanids want me to marry off my daughter to them. I don't think I'm going to do that. I want to see that situation a little better before I make any agreements there. Give me just a second, folks. I was totally forgetting to run my timer, so I don't know how long this is so far. So, had an agent trying to deceive us again, except this time he failed. So let's go ahead and go join this army.
Your equipment is a disgrace, man. Ready for orders.
And then let's use... Our priest can't do anything to this guy just yet, so we'll need to continue to try and get him some points.
Is dangerous indeed.
The Huns have kind of landed over here and are looking for trouble.
At your command.
We can't...
I don't care how tired you are.
Yeah, we can't really move here. So they may sack this small city, and if they do, I'll do my best to make them pay for it. We would get we'd have a small garrison, so we could certainly make them take a little damage in the process. Let's go spend our money in such a way that we can help some of these provinces that were worse off. This was one of them, but I think there were some that were further along the chain. Yeah, so Cappadocia is not doing as well as I'd like. Let's go with Reservoir here. And then upgrade one of the towns here, and that ought to help stabilize public order a little as well in the province. We don't have a whole ton of money left, so we'll have to wait another turn, and we'll kind of just do that in each area for the time being. Yeah, we're gonna have to just end this turn and see what happens with the Huns. Alright, and we'll be finishing our research on this turn too. So we'll have access to up to level 3 farming facilities, which will be good enough to get us by for now. I want to switch back over to the military line and unlock some of the mid-tier cav. The West Romans actually have a pretty good force up there at Augusta. All the Hun stacks in this gen. Oh, they're gonna attack me. Good. Bring it. I feel like I can handle it. What do they got here? Some mercenary Agathyrsi warriors. I may have to do a little corner camping on this one. But I mean, since when have I really been too ashamed to corner camp? I don't think I have. Let's go ahead and fight this on the battlefield. Yeah, I've got 4 units full-on Legio. They're going to have a hard time fighting this one out from an infantry standpoint. The terrain is not exactly favorable, but it will certainly allow me to bottle up over here and get my guys into a defensive testudo, which I will absolutely be doing. Like I said, I don't really feel bad doing this to the AI. Not at all.
As you command.
Come on over, gents. You too. Okay, so we're gonna start the battle. We want our formation to be thick enough, but still give us good room behind. I'm gonna have to turn over here so I can actually have room to do this.
The enemy has reinforcements. The enemy has been sighted.
Get our general way back here to safety. Okay. So at this point, we're just going to be into a long fast forward. Yeah, I don't think there's any way the enemy's going to be able to get themselves out of this. They certainly don't have the means to deal with me corner camping. Just make sure all my units get rested. Okay, so I've got a nice defensive formation with almost all my units, which means that their arrows will accomplish little. And I don't think that they'll have the range to get at these units back here. So yeah, I don't think the AI is going to have an easy time getting at me here. Let's see what the I can always remember what the defensive testudo does. So it gives me a bonus versus elephants and cavalry, so that's gonna be bad for the Huns. It won't give me a bonus versus their infantry, and there are some Agathyrsi warriors. We'll just have to reinforce against them. I might be able to YOLO a Germanic mounted warband into them, but they're kind of behind a few other units, so I don't know if that would work. We'll see. Yeah, with all this cavalry, the defensive formation will absolutely help me. I just want to make sure that my guys are looking dense enough to withstand the charge. They're about 3 ranks deep across here. We could tighten this up a little bit. I don't see why not. Let's get these guys. Yeah, let's tighten this up a little. That way it would be more resistant to their charges. We're gonna give them the full corner camping business here. I'd love to be able to get some of the javelins off, but I can't guarantee that I'll get back into formation, so I'm just gonna stay in the defensive testudo. So yeah, now we're every bit of 4 ranks deep in defensive testudo, so well, 5 if you count the front. So yeah, this ought to be enough to substantially lessen. We're gonna put some Comitatenses behind this little weak spot. Kind of just reinforce the spears across certain spots. And all these units will be quite impervious to enemy missiles, I think. I think they just said hoplites form phalanx. might wanna check their wording on that one. Alright, come on, Huns. Let's do this. Come get you some. I am a little bit worried about these mercenary Agathyrsi warriors. These guys could put a substantial amount of punishment on me. Definitely could. Yeah, like I said, their missiles will be useless against my infantry. I'll have literally probably 100% block chance. Yeah, I think so. If these are the Roman infantry that already have a 50%. If not, it'll be like a 90%. It'll be ridiculously high. I'll be blocking almost all missiles that they shoot. Let's go ahead and spread the archers out wide so that more of their shots will miss. Get my axemen ready to... Alright. The Huns are almost within range, missile-wise. And they've actually got some horse archers in range over here. So I think the assault begins. So let's watch the Hunnic wave break over my men, like the waves on the rocks of the shore. This ought to be pretty entertaining. So here come the Huns. They'll be going straight into defensive testudos that are well braced and going to be pretty deep in formation. Their missile fire shouldn't be causing any damage. And the Huns are just pouring it in thick here in the center, but they are accomplishing nothing. Yeah, their charges are getting blocked dead. And the Huns are firing away with missiles, and again, causing little, if any, effect. Here come more Hun charges. You can see they're just getting stopped dead on my formation. And their infantry is not going to work its way forward. I am going to target their mercenary Germanic pikes. I've switched over to heavy shot to get a bonus versus infantry, and I've also used precision shot. So hopefully we can cause as much damage to these pikemen as possible. I'm actually going to cease fire for a minute because they're too close to my own troops. The enemy general is probably within range of my archers at this point, so let's target him. He'll be a better choice. Because infantry-wise, I think my men can hold back the Hunnic horde here, at least for now. So we'll try and put some extra hurt down on the enemy general. I do not know what these guys have done, but they've messed up their positioning We're getting a lot of fire poured onto us here. Need to quickly get back into that testudo. Okay, so we have the full brunt of the Hunnic horde engaging us. The enemy general is taking flaming shot. My men are holding out valiantly against all odds here.
Units have been rallied. The men are broken and running for their lives.
Ah, really? These committed Tensei spears? Quit doing this! I can't for the life of me figure out what these guys are doing over here. They keep switching their position. And then one of my units broke for some reason. Okay, let's see where the enemy general is at. Enemy general has only lost 5 men, and I'm getting a Legio that's, well, it's trying to rout here in the center. We better stop firing. Because we're, I tried to do a rally there, but it didn't work out. So the Legio has stopped wavering. We might as well just, get these axemen ready to come in combat. Let's start firing back on some of these Hunnic horsemen, and let's reinforce this wavering Legio here. I'm probably getting some attacked in the rear penalties occasionally. My general's under heavy fire, but should be safe in his defensive formation. The enemy horse archers are taking damage. Basically, the enemy line in general is taking some pretty heavy damage. Some of their horse archers starting to drop now.
Enemy general is fallen.
Enemy general died in combat, so that ought to put some hurt. But I'm gonna have to watch the flaming shot. I don't want it to hit my own men because their morale seems to be unsteady. Because my general is a ways back from the combat. In fact, we may want to.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Where did I lose someone? Why would that Legio have routed? I don't know why these guys over here are trying to rout. I must be getting some attacked in the rear penalties or something. There, my general's closer now to where we can support. We're starting to get a lot of enemy units breaking at this point. A lot of their cavalry is starting to falter. Got some of my own cavalry in reserve if need be. There's a lot of Huns here, folks. There's a lot of Huns. Their pikemen are going to be annoying because I can't outflank them, nor can I really get a good shot on them with my archers. But we can drive off all their cavalry, and that's going to lower the morale of their men in general. Okay. These guys are pretty much out of ammo over here. Those hurlers have a whole bunch of ammo. And there's some mercenary Thracian warriors out there. I definitely don't want them getting a hold of my infantry. As soon as I see a clear path to get past this enemy cav, I'm going to bring this Germanic horse out. What? Why is my center collapsing? It doesn't make any dang sense. I have no idea why my center would be collapsing here. My guys have been... It's probably these... the mercenary boss forens.
Back to the fight.
They're not even doing that good. Steppe tribes people. None of their units are doing that good. I don't know why my guys are routing. Let's get in here and break out with my cav and try and get around. Let's take these guys, get into the rear of this engagement. My cav can now break through here, and we're going to go smash this mercenary Thracian warrior after getting a hold of these slingers. So now the enemy troops are going to want to rout.
Our men have regrouped.
Okay, the slingers want to run away, so let's just get into the back of these mercenary Busforan warriors. Hit them from both sides. With their general being out of combat, it ought to be more than they can handle. Man, the blood effects just really aren't good. I know some of you are like, download the Radius mod. I will. I just really want the mods to get on the workshop. It's a lot easier to keep track of them. So that's why I haven't done it just yet.
This is a shameful display.
We need to get rid of these mercenary Agatharsi warriors as well. We are taking shots from the enemy slingers, which is unfortunate. Hunnic spears rout. And these mercenary Agatharsis are starting to get a lot of kills. So we're going to need to get them off the battlefield. And the mercenary Thracian warriors are headed our way. Our general actually is dying to the mercenary Thracian warriors. We're going to need to charge this. No, not with the general. Freak. Whatever. Oh gosh, my general's going to die. Oh well, he's a member of another family. Yep, our general died. Now I'm going to be lucky if all the rest of my troops don't rout. Yep, now all my troops are going to try and chain rout because of the death of my general. And there's only like a couple of Hunnic troops left. This is ridiculous. Just because of that mercenary Thracian warrior killing my general. Let's see if we can keep our guys in the fight for just a minute longer.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives. At speed! The men are losing hope.
Kill those mercenary Thracian warriors. Wow, that's crazy. My general died and then it was like just pretty much over. Okay, let's try and get our axemen back to a little bit of safety. Nope. Actually, we don't have much ammo left. Target these guys and use flaming shot. Let's get them off the battlefield. This is gonna be close. Flaming shot. No, I went to click the wrong one. Good. Okay. One enemy unit left, and it's a Germanic hurler, so it comes down to a couple of archers. And I'm hoping that my flame... Oh, no, really?
Men are broken and running for
My
their
guy's
lives.
shattered? What makes this mercenary Germanic hurler have so much more morale?
The battle is no longer in our favor.
Oh my gosh, come on, they were under flaming shot. What a jack job. Well, it's not like they really won that. I don't know how they got a breakthrough in my center, though. My troops did fight valiantly. They got a huge number of kills. I would definitely not say that that was any type of victory for the Huns. The general, it's sad that he's gone, but he wasn't one of my family members, which is part of the reason why I didn't keep one of my family members there, and the Huns took just absolute Pyrrhic losses there. The only unit that really survived in any shape is that hurler. So, again, if they want to call that victory, then they can call it whatever they want. They're not going to have the strength to siege any of my towns. I should be able to retrain my troops.
I will speak
Cartley
the
won a
hardest
peace
word
treaty.
for a warrior. Peace.
I don't know. I think my guys are probably about to defeat you, so I'll be alright with it, actually. Okay. So other patricians. All these guys should be the other patricians. Let's just find the guy. So replenishment plus 1%. That's nice. Tax rate for the governed province. Plus 2 integrity. Authority. I think I'm gonna go with this logistics expert.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, so my priest is getting messed with here by
the people of Rome.
the enemy spy, but he should be alright.
At your command.
Wonder if we can get back to, yeah, we can get back to Tremontium, which I think will help us retrain faster.
Men. We hunger
Yep,
for battle.
we'll be getting some nice retraining boost here. So we got pretty much all our Legio still. We don't have any other Germanic horse that we can get at the moment, which is unfortunate, but we can go ahead and begin the research on the Imperial Transport Service. And our men ought to be
How can I
retraining
serve the people of Rome?
at a pretty nice rate here.
How may I serve you?
See if we can go misdirect this army a little. I don't know why it's showing all this again. I didn't even catch whether or not that was successful. It was a failure, so we did not succeed. But I think we've got the Huns pretty well in control. Like I said, these troops are going to be retrained rather quickly. Let's see here. All I can get here is scout equites. I wonder if we got any good mercenaries available. No, none. And there's not any hordes around that I can pull units from. So yeah, I think getting that cavalry stable finished as soon as possible would be quite good. Yeah, the cavalry stable ought to get the job done. What else can I recruit here? We can get Legio. So let's see, we got 4 open spots. I think I might get one more spearman, 1 Legio, and then a couple of cav. So let's do that. So we'll do 1 spearman, Legio, 2 cav. Gonna get things refilled here. Those scout equites are not going to be wildly useful versus the Huns, I don't think, but they'll get the job done. Alright, we do have a little bit of money left. Let's go back to our provinces that need some of our attention. And let's see, this one here, the auditorium, should give us the nicest boost to public order. Of course, we're not going to have a ton of money left after that. So let's see. Cortina's fine. Yeah, Ptolemaeus here is in pretty rough shape. Let's do the same. Well, we can't afford another auditorium, and that's really what we need. Can't afford that either. So let's just wait a turn to where we can build the right building. And we need some time to retrain anyway. So that's our first major turnout with the Huns, and even with the corner camping, just by weight of numbers here, they almost overwhelmed us. I'm a little surprised. Maybe I should have kept my general a little closer to keep the morale up. I was surprised that morale broke in the center. I don't know how the Huns successfully broke through those formations. But all things considered, we fought a lot of cavalry with a lot of swordsmen who are not particularly good versus cavalry, and so the defensive setting allowed me to kill a lot of Huns with each of my units. So I would say that in the end it was successful. We need to get retrained quickly though and start taking out some of these Hun stacks and putting them on the run. The West Romans have some armies now on the move. Let's hope they can do something decent here.
I offer this in my Lord's name, for he is master of all men, and the ruler without...
I wonder if I married off my daughter to this puppet state of the Sassanids, if that make them less likely to join the Sassanids if they went to war with me. Let's try it.
All for the glory of
Okay,
Rome.
my priest here has ranked up. Preach doom, foreign agent. Is there anything here that's going to help me unlock courage, descent? Where can we get to? Inspire troops, distract, preach intolerance, betray. Wow, you gotta go a long way down the tree here before we can even think about unlocking the ability to betray someone. So we're gonna have to go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then all the way down to here just to get to the point where we can. Wow, that makes it really, really difficult. Of course, there could be something I'm missing. That's very possible. So it looks like my agent here has leveled up. This gives me increased replenishment at level 2 and subtracted upkeep costs. We're going to go with that. Next level, plus 20% chance of killing the target. Military training, yeah, we're going to go with that. So hopefully we can start training these troops up. We're replenishing quite quickly here. The Huns, however, won't be. Let's get up here in front and just, again, see if we can get lucky and misdirect this enemy army. We may not. It's okay. It's worth a shot. Our spy will level up and investigate corruption, misdirect workforce, corruption. Just do zeal, misdirect army. Might add one to our cunning there. Infiltrate, deceive, and let's open up investigate corruption. Okay. Got 6 more turns in total before we get the new cav unlock. So that's, well, and then we have to build the building, so definitely challenging potential there. So again, let's go find the provinces with the worst scenario right now in public order. This one we've got to do something about it. Upgrading these town centers is very expensive, but we don't have a whole lot of other options. Let's go to the reservoir and upgrade a town center. That honestly, public order +5. Whew. Some expensive maintenance cost. Good grief. It's expensive to upkeep the church. Might just trash it and build a forum in its place. So we're at -9 in this province. We have 2 town centers being upgraded. We can't do anything else there. We might go ahead and spend the money on the 3rd town center. See if we can start to turn around some public order there. Because -9 is definitely going to be deteriorating faster than we want. So we're going to need to do something about Libya next turn. And Macedonia, my army's relatively close to, so we might be able to put it down. And then eventually Syria and Osirene. So I think we're okay for now. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Well, the West Romans are getting the business just like anybody does when they play as the West Romans. I have no idea how long I've been playing this campaign just yet, as far as this episode goes, so I'll go just a little longer. If it ends up being short, I apologize. I didn't mean it to be that way. It's just going to be because I wasn't able to time it properly. We have some more enemies potentially coming back our way, so we may want to get our army out, go smack the Huns down. I think we want to go ahead and get a second army started there as well. Enemy agent still trying to deceive us here. That's fine as long as they're busy doing something. Let's go over here and try and hinder this Hun army that's gone across the Danube. I'd like to slow... Good. I'd like to slow their retreat. Yeah, this army here is pretty much retrained now, and we'll be starting to get some chevronage from the agent that's embedded there. All right.
At once.
So the Huns are running. This enemy stack's still in West Roman territory. I want to chase down these Hun stacks.
Attack!
And I'm going to be able to catch them here, which is going to be great. And it's giving them much better chances than I really think they have. So let's fight this, and we should be able to kill a substantial portion of the Hun stacks here. So to keep them from getting back to me anytime soon. And could potentially weaken them. I don't know if you can actually like destroy the Huns. I'm guessing that when you're not them, they will probably give you... they'll probably just give you more stacks. Or give the AI more stacks. Not me, of course. I wish they'd just give me more stacks, but we know that's not going to happen. Okay. Let's actually tighten up our formation a little, so that it'll make us a little more, or a little less vulnerable to enemy cav charges. Yeah, we'll kind of tighten up all of our formations, make them a little blockier. This isn't multiplayer, I guess I don't have to impress anybody here. Yeah. That ought to make us a little more resistant to Hun horse charges. My scout equites on one flank and my mounted Germanic warband on the other. I'm almost thinking about using my archers as charge bait so that I can get javelin fire all over the enemy cav that YOLOs. Might try that, because the enemy cav is almost certain to YOLO.
By heaven, I trust we have an easy fight.
I can just put him on skirmish and let the enemy run right
We will
into my
crush the
javelin
enemy
fire.
with our greater number. Reinforcements! More for us to kill!
It will be more for us to kill, that's definitely true. If we can survive the initial Hun assault. So the Huns have hired some mercenaries basically to quickly fill their ranks back up. We got another steppe chieftain over here. That's going to be one of our big targets. And another steppe chieftain there. So we have the potential to kill a couple of steppe chieftains.
Understood.
It's moving on up, boys. Moving on up. Okay, all my men are tired. We need to rest for a moment. I'm gonna just go for standard shot for now. Okay, move it on up. Let's get within range of the enemy mercenary Agathyrsi warriors. We should be able to tempt the enemy cavalry forward as well. Oh yeah. I think the AI is it's about to go full YOLO. Full YOLO. The AI doesn't like it when you have a skirmishing advantage. Not at all. They will just go straight bonkers trying to get at your skirmishers. Let's go ahead and get ready to wrap up on the flank. So they got some Hun Lancers coming in first. Weren't braced quite as well as we should have been, so we lost quite a few men there. Let's take these guys, kill the mercenary Agathyrsi warriors now. So we're going to give them... there we go, we're getting nice javelins. So the steppe lancers are gone. Mercenary Agathyrsi warriors are going to eat fire here. So they're going to be made to be worthless. Plus their charge is going to get blunted by the steppe-mounted tribespeople that came in front of them. So the mercenary Agathyrsi warriors, there's still 42 of them there, which is actually a bit disconcerting to me. I don't think I can really get any good shots on them at the moment, though. Let's kill this mercenary Germanic warband. Mercenary Agathyrsi, since they didn't get a charge, won't do as good. But they could still be dangerous. Mercenary Germanic warband's taking some good fire. This must be a bug here. I've never seen this before. My guys start turning in weird directions after an engagement with the enemy. I'm actually going to pull my archers on over here. Let's throw some axemen into this fight here. There's still plenty of enemy cav around. We're going to need to be careful. Is the AI going to YOLO us here? Let's take these guys out of formation here and let them throw their javelins at the enemy cav. Look, the AI is going full YOLO here too. So here we're going to wipe out the enemy jav cav. So yeah, we managed to wipe out the enemy javelin cav. There's a mercenary Germanic warband out here. It's going to charge my spear formation. Losing one guy here in the center to the mercenary Germanic band, but my axes have come in and they're going to cause some damage. We're getting lots of javelin fire into the enemy troops here. Let's take these guys out of formation as well and pull up. Let's go push the engagement a little bit versus the Huns. Let's take these pikes out with their archers. Switch to heavy shot. lost all my axemen there as well. Not hugely surprising. Axemen are pretty crappy. Okay, we should be able to get into the steppe chieftain with a bunch of infantry.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Okay. So we managed to break the Huns over here on this flank with their spears. Let's get our cavalry back to safety so we have something to go after their skirmishers with. Got a steppe chieftain in here as well. Enemy pikes are dying. Just a heavy shot. And we're getting a lot of... Okay, one enemy general's down. Looks like both are probably down at this point, actually. We got more cav over here.
A unit is running from the enemy.
Okay, now we're in good shape. Let's get in here. Let's get those slingers. Let's watch the charge in here from my scout equites. There's a lot of skirmish fire going on here. I realize there's still a spear unit over here. I wasn't paying attention. So my archers have made short work of the enemies here. Slingers are gone. So yeah, the Huns are destroyed here.
This is your day.
And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the Hun stacks here. There's really nothing left. So we took probably a few more losses than I wanted to, but we did okay. These Germanic spears getting 100 kills, that's pretty sweet. So yeah, that Hun stack's certainly destroyed. I don't think they can retreat any further either. Ah, this one gets away, are you kidding me? Just because they have a mercenary Germanic pike. So they have 2 mercenaries and like a part of a horse archer unit. What a bunch of horse crap.
Ready for further orders.
Run, you dang coward.
We hunger for battle.
Chicken. Alright, so the Huns are pretty much wrecked. That's going to be probably the end of this episode. So we are across the Danube. I'll want to get back into my own territory. We do have some money though. Let's go ahead and spend that real quick on some of these provinces. Let's go to Syria because I know it's... Or not Syria, Libya. Because I know it's giving us grief right now. Quite a bit of it actually. We're going to need to build the auditorium and the reservoir, which is going to take a considerable amount of our money. And then Macedonia is also in slightly bad shape. Let's go ahead and throw the auditorium down there. So that ought to get us set for this. We'll have public order being slowed. We may still get some of it all the way up to the limit, but we'll be okay, I think, for now. Should be able to head it off and basically get things back under control. If we have to raise a few troops to take care of it or send a few troops to take care of it, we can. Anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying this. HeirofCarthage, signing off for now.